Hola, children. Thanks for crossing the border and making Nobody Likes Onions your haven for the evening. It's Friday night, and I know you've got a lot of places you'd rather be. So does our guest. But I drug him in here anyway with the sweet, sweet allure of Greek meats and the promise of meeting my dog, which went very underwhelming. But she doesn't like me either. So why would she like it if I were to bring a Jew around? If you're confused and you're wondering why I'm getting into Jewish dog stuff, stick around, because it's actually it's pretty... Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in about 4 years, Mr. Sheffrey is in the studio.
Hello.
And now you're all shy and quiet.
It's been a bit.
Is it lunch? Is it your voice? What is it? Is it
ate.
shyness?
I don't know. I just ate, and maybe out of practice of being funny and
yeah. Well, some people don't know. If you're a newer listener, you may not know. Chef used to be. What would you say? Third mic? Would you say co-host? I'd say you were a co-host.
I certainly wasn't the entertainment. I wasn't
come on, fellas.
I was
the voice of reason.
I guess. Yeah, I was the straight, quiet guy.
You were the voice of reason. I remember several escapades involving crazy women and you on the show, and more so than me, I'd say. Hmm? Well, we had a woman dating you. We had a fake pregnancy scare back in the day. We had our share of parade of nuts.
That was
come through.
Them's were the times.
But look at you now. You've made it, and you're right back where we shot. And by the way, people in the chat room are excited that you're here. It looks like it. People say, "Look how happy you are."
Wow.
I don't know if they mean you or me, but I'm going to guess they mean you.
It's definitely you. You're happy to have me here.
I am. I'm happy to have an old friend here. We were talking about this at lunch. We went and had, how would you describe that food? Ethnic?
It was...
Of some sort?
It was good. I don't know. It was freaking delicious. It wasn't the normal burger and fry debauchery that we normally have.
I tried.
No, and I nixed it. I was like, no, can we, something healthier?
And then I sent you meats.
Yeah, it was really good.
Questions are rolling in about lunch already from Wes. He wants to know if you took a shit during lunch.
No, I did not take a shit.
I do think lunch. That was a big step for you, and I expected it.
I also didn't drink Coke, which that seems.
Didn't either.
Seems to exacerbate that. I think that was half the problem. Was drinking the soda.
Would make you shit
immediately. Yeah.
Is that because of the caffeine? Like that's enough caffeine to get your system going?
I'm not a doctor, but I think it's the sugar.
Are you a coffee guy?
Yeah.
And now do you have to shit when you drink coffee?
Not as quickly as Coke. For some reason,
why?
Coke does
it's
it
the
to
carbonation. It's like pumping up a super soaker.
Pretty much. I don't know. I think it's the Coke. I think it's the sugar, the amount of sugar in the Coke.
Okay.
It really, that mixed with whatever greasy nastiness we're eating,
right?
Would
yeah. I get it.
Move things along quickly.
I had a porchetta sandwich.
They believe that's pronounced porchetta.
I thought so too, and then I was wrong.
Wrong now? Or
no.
Wrong? Who corrected you?
Everyone. Well, do you say bruschetta?
Bruschetta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's incorrect.
Oh, it's bruschetta?
Bruschetta. Like, you know what I'm talking about. If you go to Italy and you're going to come out with porchetta, they're going to...
I'll have the...
Naga. Not going to work here anymore.
Let me get the pancetta on the brioche bread.
Oh, a pancetta wrapped porchetta. Stuffed with sharp cheddar.
On the brioche.
Yeah.
I believe
I'll take it on the brioche.
I believe that's
yeah. Extra on the coming. Yeah, so I thought it was really good though, and you seemed to enjoy it. You brought it home, to microwave. Now we do charge a reheating fee.
Is that the resort fee? Is that the $39 a day?
I charge I charge to cool it down in my fridge and reanimate it
Oh.
in my air fryer. Do you have an air fryer?
I do have an air fryer.
Because I want to ask you, for people who want to know why we call him chef, you used to be a professional
I was,
chef, and now you're an amateur
I still
stay-at-home
cook.
chef.
I still cook. I just don't cook professionally. Yeah.
Well,
but yes, air fryer. I have actually.
I think it's the best thing I've ever owned in my life. We use it, for every part of the dog.
Do you have a sous vide?
No, but you tried to get me into this 4 years ago. I don't have the patience. If I had the foresight to draw a bath for my dinner 7 hours before.
It's delicious.
What are you talking about? I can't imagine anything. You know what sous vide looks like? I think if you sous vide meat, the color of gray that it is lies somewhere on the tooth color chart between ET torso gray and just what I picture the future of the white race to look like in about 50 years. Just gray, transparent goo. You have to sear that. If you do a steak in sous vide, you're going to have to sear it.
Yeah, here's a tip. You're not supposed to eat it straight out of the bag. You're supposed to sear it.
Oh, now you're not supposed to eat it out of the bag. Hear that, astronauts?
You're supposed to sear it or grill it or somehow get a crust on the
Yeah,
outside.
but here's the thing. If I'm searing or grilling a steak or pork chop, it's done. I don't need your pool of lies.
It's perfect all the way through.
What does that mean?
It's a perfect medium
I've
rare.
been getting pork chops going. If only. It's so tough in this area and juicy and bloody in this area.
I don't know how you're cooking it. I mean, maybe you're air frying everything.
Do you have a butcher that cuts things wedge shaped?
Wedge shaped?
Yeah, why is it not cooking evenly?
I don't know. If you don't grill it right, or if you can, grill it, it'll go past
So
temperature.
now it's like
you could dry things out on the grill much faster. Like if you sous vide it, you're just grilling it to get the grill marks, or you're just pan searing it for a couple minutes on each side, and it's amazing.
people are saying maybe Chef will get a job at Rick's.
Yeah.
You couldn't swing a hammer. You couldn't be a fucking sous chef at Rick's.
Well,
First of all, we already have Sue. She's great.
right. How's the benefits package over there?
Well, look, and frankly, here at Rick's, we're glad you brought that up. We were going to bring it up, but
Yeah.
thank you for bringing that.
Happy to help.
You ever see when they interview a CEO in some scandal and they ask him a really pointy question like that, and he just eyeball fucks them where he goes, "Thanks for bringing that up, Sandra."
It's a really great question. I'm really glad you.
Yeah, I'd really love the opportunity to address that, Greg.
Now here at Rick's, it's very important for us to.
Yeah, we don't have a traditional benefit plan at Rick's, but just for an example, Henry, who's one of our night security guards, recently tripped over his own shoelace and chipped a tooth, and we didn't charge him anything to get that fixed up. Right in the back.
It's great.
Right in the
Where
back.
do I sign up?
Yeah. Well, we had plenty of bones laying around from leftover ricklets, which are like riblets, but just at Rick's.
Oh, I see. Put a lot of thought into this thing.
No. Well, Rick's does all kinds of stuff. You'll love their homemade salsa. Don't ask what hole it's made in. And of course, their Suez sliders, which are just bullets and bread. Look, these are our sponsors. If you're not on board with where the podcast is today, I don't know what to tell you.
I only have myself to blame. I should have moved out to Vegas.
If you don't know what our world famous jalapeno sloppers are, then I don't have time to step you through it.
I need like a
Well, Rick's is it's not just a restaurant, it's a fun family compound. This whole idea is based on Rick from Gold and Silver Pawn Shop.
okay.
It's not really him, but the fictional Rick's is based on this. I don't know if you know this or have ever been down to that pawn shop. Actually,
no.
He's fully bought into his personality now and like his brand.
Okay.
And he's bought the entire plaza around the pawn shop. And there's like Rick's travel agency, and there's an ice cream shop and a barbecue place. And then upstairs, there's like other stuff. There's a comedy show there every Wednesday night.
This is real.
Yes.
Okay.
It's called Gold. It's called Rick's. Hold on, Rick's. Rick's. Oh fuck!
Gold and
You're not
silver
gonna believe me.
extraordinaire.
You're not gonna believe me. Rick's Gold Chumley's.
Can you spell Rick's?
No.
Okay.
Rick's
I've played poker.
Gold and Silver Pawn Plaza. Oh, it's called Pawn Plaza. I think that actually is what it's called.
Shop.
Pawn Tours and Visits. They rent like prowlers and shit. Like I swear to God, it's everything. This guy's really bought into his shit.
Is Chumley? Is it still a show? Is it still like on the air?
Oh yeah. The old man's dead now.
Oh.
And they have
Moment of silence.
Tours and visits. Yeah, we'll swing by later and get a couple bags of ranch to go.
Yeah.
They do growlers of ranch.
Growlers?
Why is the old man on there?
I thought you said he was dead.
He is. I'm telling you. Hold on a second. There's a whole there's a plaza. Oh God. Pawn Plaza. Rick Harrison's Pawn Plaza. Boom. This is it. It's like I'm telling you. Tenants. Oh yeah, maybe he doesn't. But he's got like
Rick's Rollin' Smoke Barbecue.
Yeah,
and,
I'm telling you, man. Well, we've been to Rollin' Smoke. So this is like a franchise of that place we went to.
Oh, that was the one we went to
but this is Rick's.
All right.
There's a pizza place.
What is that? Chumley's Candy? Get the fuck out of here.
Chumley's Candy Store. Look at that 3D printed disaster.
This just looks like a
Elite Motor Rentals. So these are like, the Polaris and the Slingshot and all that shit. A coffee place.
How come you didn't rent a Slingshot?
A radio station.
I think you should have rented a Polaris or a Slingshot and picked me up from the hotel. I would have been super impressed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that how to win my way into your pantaloons?
Well, that, and then it probably didn't have heated seats that you could have done the old heated seat trick on.
Well, how many times have you... I think you're up on me with that, so we don't really need to argue about it.
Q Rico, what is
don't forget the barber shop. Yeah, there's a barber shop in there. This is a very important question coming in now. Will Iron Cake be building a fortress around it? I don't know if Iron Cake...
Absolutely not.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry.
No.
We don't have the effects anymore.
Nope.
What was that?
Nope. That was the dumbest shit. And I don't know why.
Look, we've had a lot of great bits over the years. Not all of them can be hits out of the park.
Yeah, apparently.
I went to tell me how your pandemic's been. Give everybody kind of a rundown of how your life's. You're with child.
Yes, we have he is 7 years old and a first grader.
We're talking about this. I it's funny because it does feel like a different life back in the day, the old podcast.
Oh, yeah.
But like you have to look at me and just go like, he's still podcasting.
Podcasting is still a thing?
Yeah, but do you listen to podcasts, right?
Yes.
On a regular basis, like you have like.
No, I'll go through.
You're out of it.
I'll go through like.
See, I like YouTube now.
I don't have that kind of time.
Oh, it's all I got. You're working.
Right. I'll put on a podcast or an audiobook or something just to keep me company while I'm working. But I can't sit there and watch YouTube because.
Can we talk about your addiction to headphones?
Sure.
What's happened? The whole time we had lunch, and by the way, I didn't want to bring this up, but you did.
I took them off.
We're eating lunch. You keep your headphones in. I find it hard to chew. My temples hurt.
Okay. So
from watching it,
they're not the typical headphones.
I just want a straight up apology. We don't have to transit.
No, I'm not apologizing for it.
Yeah, you've got these new like Minority Report, like
they're bone conduction headphones.
Bone conduction headphones.
They're fancy. I'm surprised you're not on board with these. It's technology.
Yeah, no, I have the one that's just a filling in my tooth and it vibrates my whole head.
These are great headphones because they're very comfortable. You actually forget they're on because they're not jammed in my ear hole. And so I
until you notice everyone's staring at you.
I wear them pretty much every day when I'm working, and they take phone calls and whatever, and I forget they're there.
I'll tell you this.
I, for one, apologize if you were offended by them.
I wasn't offended, but I wish you would have had these back in the day when you used to go through your 7-minute motorcycle startup routine, blasting Dave Matthews in the parking lot of an Outback. That's when I wish you would have had some bone induction. You're putting on your racing gloves. The helmet goes on.
Don't forget the leather jacket.
Yep. Born to, what was it? Born to bathe?
I don't know. That was an old life, buddy. It's not.
Yeah, and now you're like a dad guy. You're a married guy.
Yeah.
You know, I God willing, one day me and Kathleen will settle down. But you know, she's splitting time between Rick and I right now. Things are pretty rocky. She's the night manager down at the Ranch Rapids. So you know, somebody's got to blow up the inner tubes, and she's got a hell of a mouth on her, which is why Rick. I'm sorry, I didn't want to get into this. It's hard.
I can still see it's fresh on your mind, and
yeah, because she keeps sending me she sends me. I don't mind sharing her, as she always says. There's enough of her to go around. Bigger gal, but it hurts when she sends photos of like whipped cream covered nipples and stuff, and she's like, "You could never do it. It's so good," or whatever, you know.
No, keep going. Tell me more.
She videotapes herself talking bad about me to him.
Sounds like a wonderful relationship you have.
Well, you know, I deserve it. I did a lot of wrong things. Did you just look at your watch like you're a fucking psychiatrist and I've gone over my time?
Charging you by the hour for this session.
Oh God, no! But I do wonder this. Like, what else would I do? You know, this podcast world. Clearly, all my friends have grown up and gotten out of it. But
yeah, we were hoping maybe you would. But no.
Well, look, I own a house. You know, I don't want for anything. I make money.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm sorry that I don't own an amusement park or a restaurant.
It's not too late to keep dreaming. Keep shooting. Hey,
oh
shoot
God!
For the stars.
Did everybody? Does Chef have any cringe moments to talk about? No, just this one.
Yeah. Just coming back 4 years later to do a podcast.
I had a lady tell me, the lady who cuts my hair, go in there mask free and stuff. It was so nice.
Yeah.
And she goes, you know, we make a serum that could clear your face up.
Did you ask
And I
her?
just said, what? How dare you?
Sounds like quite the icebreaker.
Yeah. And then, and I told her, you know, like, look, my face has never been great. Just ask around.
Are we talking about your the skin or just
skin?
The face in general?
All of it. Just the whole package, the whole combo meal. Yeah, now and period.
Admittedly, yeah. Your face has never been great.
Thanks for clearing that up. Thanks for
also your complexion has never been great either.
Right. Yeah, thanks for clearing that up. No, and that's not true. And what I found is the only thing I've found with it is where I am. When I'm in Australia, it seems to clear up. So it's something to do with humidity or something. Here, it's very hard.
Do you have like a routine? Do you wash your face?
No. Is that part of it though?
I mean,
I let the dog lick it. So that's a new. We've just added that in the past.
Face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put peanut butter on it. I've read the articles.
Still.
I get it for the articles.
Right.
No, but she said that to me, and then she took me to this serum. Is that serum?
It's like an oil or whatever they put on your face.
Maris backwards. And
Yeah.
she said, here's what she said for the selling point for this serum. There's no water in this. And then she pulled out the eyedropper and it was bright green. And I go, but it's a liquid.
Right.
So I go, like, how is there no water in it?
Well, that could be a selling point for anything. I could have pulled out motor oil.
Right.
There's no water in this, and then rubbed it all over your face.
Right. That's how they get you to sign for
Yeah.
a Tesla.
There's
no water.
There's no water in this. Great.
And then she did this game where she didn't tell me how much it cost.
Yeah.
And I've been getting my hair cut at a really high-end salon. We used to go to Sport Clips back in the day.
Yeah. Now you go to a high-end salon.
I go to an $85 salontress. Is that flight attendant? Sorry.
What?
What do they like to be called now? Salonstress. Solange.
Solange?
Yeah. I get my hair cut by Beyonce's sister.
On a flight.
What?
At the airport.
In
You
an
said
elevator.
Hey, you said at the airport,
No.
flight stewardess.
Oh, because I realized I said salonstress, and that might be sexist today. But she did the thing where she didn't tell me how much it was, and then they rang me up, and it was like $158 for this serum. Semen?
Well, there's no water in that either.
You do put it on your face.
That's called a facial.
Right.
At the spa.
Yeah, how is it a Oh, I guess the facial when a guy comes on a girl's face is a slang.
Right.
That was named after the actual facial.
Right, where you go to the spa.
Yeah, but what was what came first? The facial or
guy.
the facial?
The guy.
Yeah, the guy. Okay. Fuck. Sheffrey hasn't aged in 10 years or so.
Wow.
So did he look that old back then?
No, there's a
He flipped it on you.
There's a bit of gray going on here. A lot more
Gray goose?
A lot of more gray in the beard, I think.
Yeah.
And I've gotten fatter, so that, lessens.
Is that a pandemic thing?
Lessens the wrinkles.
Well, I was digging through looking for some photos of you to put up on the pre-show thing, and
with no permission.
They're public.
No.
They are.
Okay.
Sue me.
For what?
Exactly. Exactly. I love how like your person goes like, you've committed a crime, and you go, no, I haven't, and they go, okay, and you go, well, sue me then, and they're like, for what? It's like, you brought it up.
No, I'm saying what
you said you were gonna get me. You said no. You said, what did you say?
I don't know.
No permission.
Let me have the court reporter read back my testimony. See what I said.
I should have a lady in here. How uncomfortable would that make her? I want to just find a woman on Craigslist to bring in and make listen to this and type it out.
Hey, I mean, there's lots of unemployed people right now.
But there's also, what's going on with that?
$15 an hour.
Are you able to find help? Do you ever hire help?
Rarely.
Chef does babyproofing for people who don't know. He likes to help kids.
I like to help keep kids safe.
Yeah, and I was wondering, I actually have some serious questions for you.
Okay.
Do you have some time?
Sure. Oh, there's actual questions?
Yeah.
Ooh.
As you know, I've recently become a father.
A fur father.
Well, a father.
Yeah.
You don't really look, if you had a stillborn son, like that first one, what's weird is like people don't usually share that, so there could have been one, and I'm just an ass. If you don't know, it's plausible tonight. What ignorance of the child is 9/10 of the toes. I'm a father. You don't say what kind of a father I am based upon what the kid is. Well, I wouldn't if you had a stillborn son.
Right.
God rest his whatever Jews do.
I mean,
what did Jews do?
I mean, you had a father. He wasn't a good one.
He was a good dad. He wasn't. Look, he could have been a lot worse. He could have been there.
Right.
And that would have been a way worse influence. No, my dad had his share of problems, but that's neither here nor there. I'm trying to learn and move forward. And I don't know why you'd bring that up after my wife.
with the ranch dressing and the inner
My
tubes.
dad was Rick. My wife left me for a Rick. Do you understand why I'm going through a lot? It's a painful.
You'll be all right.
Listen.
We'll get through this together.
Listen. I'm a father.
Okay.
We don't need to get into the fucking details
All
about
right.
the difference between. I'd argue, you know.
You'd argue what?
I love when pet parents do this one. They load this one up. I'd argue watching a pet is harder than watching a baby. You know why? My baby, you leave a baby for 3 years in a cage, it's not going to get in trouble. My dog could choke on a toy, stick its finger in a one of the light boxes I built into the cage. People do say that though. They go like, "Well, it's harder to watch a dog than a baby."
Right. Except,
like if I was babysitting a kid,
yeah,
who was 2 years old.
First of all, who hired you for this?
Look, I'll tell you. Let me make a little note about another story I need to scream about. eBay has fucked me, and I'm going to tell you what. Not since I lived in Florida have I been this flabbergasted by eBay and PayPal. And I'm really angry about it, but I'm willing to postpone it.
All right, go.
How do I keep this dog from barking? What do you have in the child-proofing world that could stop this?
They have collars.
Bark collars?
They have electronic training collars.
The ones that spray formaldehyde in a dog's lungs.
Those things suck. I think the electronic collar with the remote that you control.
Where you shock it?
Yeah.
I'm never doing that to my angel.
They have them that you can do vibrate and then beep and then shock. And if you train your dog properly, all you really have to do is hit the beep button, and then the dog's like, nope, I'm cool. And they'll realize what comes next.
You know what I think a fun practical joke would be? Get one of those.
Mm-hmm.
And while somebody you know goes to work that you don't like an ex or something,
okay,
break into their house,
okay,
and like retrain their dog to do awful shit.
Why wouldn't you use your powers for good? Not even.
Well, it's not powers. It's just spare time, really. It's not really. There's no magic to it.
Like, I don't think you've thought this plan out thoroughly. You're gonna
No. I just came up with it just now. What made you think there was a prospectus?
You're gonna break in.
I was handing out.
Maybe 1, maybe 2 hours. You're gonna train this dog fully.
Well, maybe not. Maybe train is the wrong word. Confuse the fuck out of. Do you know what I mean? Like
you could switch their dog with a totally different dog. That would confuse them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like where you're going with this. What if this is good?
Yeah.
This is good. Okay. We all know Boston Market. Struggling in this time?
I'd say so.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Have
the
you
last
ever
time
seen a dog cut up into meat?
Have you been seeing my search history on Google or?
Chef, are you rich yet from Bitcoin?
I am not.
When did I tell you about Bitcoin? 2013?
Many moons
14?
ago. Yeah, you said, and I was like,
and then
it
you
doesn't
laughed.
make any sense.
You and your wife both laughed at me.
Sounds like a scam. I didn't believe it.
Laughed at me.
We laughed with you.
And
Okay.
now you own crypto?
Some, not certainly what.
Is it on you?
I don't think that's how crypto works.
Oh, it is.
Can you show me your Bitcoin wallet?
All of my crypto is stored in all these NFTs. These are just buttons, and they're NFTs. And if I want to spend anything, I just tap it. Ah, shit! That was $350.
$350.
Are you confused?
Yes.
I'm asking you if you got on board with it.
I did, but not to the extent I think that you are committed.
What do you mean?
Aren't you?
I don't own any.
You don't own any.
That's not true. I didn't say that.
I'm so confused. Now I'm confused.
Well, I started mining Bitcoin.
Does that involve a shovel?
No,
Okay.
but this podcast might.
All right.
I started mining Bitcoin, and so I got like a new computer with the top-notch graphics card in it over here.
Mm-hmm.
And
this is fancy.
yeah, and I have like some like multiple graphics cards in it mining, like some of my old graphics cards. And I wanted to sell my second to best graphics card because there's a big graphics card shortage. I don't know if you're aware of this right now. Chips.
Okay.
The chips, everything from cars to
Right.
You've heard about this, I imagine.
I have heard of this. I've been following.
So graphics cards are in extreme demand. They're in extreme shortage, and so I listed this card I bought last year for $360 in summer on eBay, and it sold for $700 and something, right?
Wow.
So a year-old card. This is the last generation, not even like the best cards you could buy anymore.
Wow.
And it got bought from a guy who's in like Jordan,
All right.
which is not a good sign, because I don't know if all of Jordan has enough power to run one graphics card.
Okay.
From what I've understood about the region, poor.
Yeah, so they
Or super rich.
one or the other.
Right. So zero feedback on their eBay.
Okay.
So that's a warning sign.
And then how does he pay? Like PayPal?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I haven't used eBay in a long time, since the early 2000s.
Are
But
you
my account's 20 years old, 2001. Several hundred positive feedbacks,
Okay.
but I haven't used it in maybe a decade, because who eBays, right?
True.
But because they take like 10%, by the way. It's fucking insane.
PayPal takes 10%?
Yeah. No, eBay.
Oh, wow.
It's just like seller fees are just fucking
Sure,
insane. And then now they have, of course, like if you want your listing bold or have a fire emoji next to it, or if you want anyone to see it at all ever, like pay extra.
You want to pay extra for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this guy bids on it. He wants it shipped to Sarasota, Florida.
Is that
He's got zero feedback.
okay?
He pays 3 days later.
Okay.
I look up the address, and it is a shipping center that relays shipments internationally for international customers. Obviously there's a lot of expatriates, who want things you can't buy in other countries.
Yeah.
This is like a reshipping service.
I think I've seen this episode of Dateline.
It apparently is legit. I researched it pretty hard. In the eBay forums, there's a common address.
Okay.
There's a plenty of legit customers.
Okay.
It's a legit business that like does this. There's plenty of reasons like, hey, you can only get these Oreos in the States. This flavor that I like, and I'm rich, so I ship over a case every month. Whatever.
Okay.
There's plenty of like legit reasons. So I do my research, and everybody's like, you have to ship it. Like eBay rules state you have to ship it. He has zero feedback. You're both protected. It tells me I have seller protection.
Okay.
It's like you ship it, and by the way, you're only liable for it to get to the first destination. From there and on, that's not your problem because that's not part of the transaction.
Right.
So I'm hesitant, zero feedback, but the guy pays. I talk to him. I'm like, what? I ship it. Everybody says you have to ship it, or you take a ding. Like you'll take a hit.
Sure.
So I ship it. 3 weeks go by. I don't think another thing about it.
Right.
And he's like, I wake up one morning. This is his voice. What's the deal? You sent me a 40 graphics card. This is not graphics card. Not a good deal. Not a good man. And I'm just like, hi, good morning. And he's like, what the fuck? What the fuck, motherfucker?
He's claiming you sent something that
he sends me pictures, and he's like, what is this? You send GeForce 1220 Ti or something. I don't know what the fuck he says. And he sends a picture of like a graphics card that looks like something out of a steampunk novel.
Right.
Like I swear there's leather straps on it.
I'm pretty sure that's not the one I sent.
It's so basic, bitch. And it's the box that I sent and everything.
Right, but it's super easy for him
Yeah,
just to have
so
an
he's
extra
like,
graphics card.
you scam, da 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 da. So I send the photos of the label from shipping, me boxing it up.
But yeah,
I mean, how do you prove
his word against yours? Like, this is what they sent me. They sent me some beef jerky and a fucking and a box of toothpicks.
And by the way, this bit me. I don't know if you remember, but this bit me back in Florida. I had a laptop that I sold for $600. I had mailed it off, And the guy was like,
think I remember
"Oh,
that.
it's broken. I'll send it back." He sends back bricks. and then PayPal is literally just like, "He sent it back. We have a tracking number. We refunded him. We sent it back."
Like,
I'm like, he didn't.
Does your tracking number show what was in the box?
Right. I was so mad. And I remember my PayPal account went negative. I was so upset.
It's such horseshit.
So it goes to ruling, you know. He escalates it to a claim. He starts cussing me out, calling me a scammer and all this shit. So I'm like, well, let's just let eBay settle this. Because you're supposed to like try to solve it, but he's just accusing me. And I'm like, first of all, who knows how many hands this has gone through, asshole? These are like hot items. It's in a box labeled what it is.
Right.
I don't know if the shipping center you have like unboxes it and rebox. I don't know how any of that shit works.
It got to the first place. You should have gotten paid for it.
Right. I paid extra. Originally in the auction, I said I was going to do 2-day priority. I did FedEx overnight with adult signature. That means they have to check ID and write down the adult's name. Like they have to verify by ID that it's over 18.
But they can't verify what was in the box.
Right.
So.
Right. So basically, a week goes by. eBay comes back to me and says, "We know you said no returns on the auction, but we think in this case the best option is allow him to return it." And I'm just like, is a human even looking at this?
He's not going to return the thing you
right.
sent.
What is he going to return? The shitty,
the steampunk graphics card?
Crank-operated graphics card?
And then he's like, I
not
returned
since
it.
Johnny B was in school for graphics have they had graphics cards like this. Everybody used to talk about Photoshop too. Yeah, so like now I've gotten a tracking number. I guess this guy's sending me a thing back, and they're like, as soon as we note that the package has been delivered, we'll refund the money to this guy.
Like, no.
And they've already taken it out of my PayPal account. You know, it's an escrow or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm just double fucked. By the way, I have hundreds of positive feedbacks on a 20-year-old account. This guy signed up 2 months ago, has 0 feedback, and they're giving him his money back, and he has my graphics card.
Right.
How in the world of worlds
That's so
is
stupid
this
that you
okay?
can't.
I don't understand.
You should be able to, like, say, no, I'm not selling it to that person. Like, yeah, you won the auction, but you don't have enough feedback or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know how a guy who sells things and has tons of positive feedback but also it's like, it's clear a human's not even,
right.
Is a human even reading? Hi.
Yeah. No, there's no, I don't think there's any humans like on some of some of these accounts. I had a friend of mine he's got like this travel blog on Instagram.
Yeah.
And just one day his shit is just shut down. He got an email like, you've been warned in the past for some whatever violation, and your account is permanently closed. He's like,
of what? Like what kind of?
Like he was like, I have no idea what this is about. Like, and it took him like a week and a half or 2 weeks to get them to reinstate his Instagram. He was like, I've been posting stuff for 2.5 years to build this up, and then all of a sudden they just pulled the plug.
Yeah, but this is the thing they're doing now, just across the board to people. Like, this is why that woman 2 years ago or whatever shot up YouTube.
Right.
She got like demonetized.
Okay.
And like, you remember this? The only person she killed was herself, but she shot like 3.
Okay.
She like went into the lobby of YouTube. Also, this is another one of the ones that like had the cops called on her days before that she was like sitting on a canyon above the YouTube offices, just like cleaning her gun. Yeah, like
they're like, well, how are we supposed? What were we supposed to do? How would we know that
so
was
the guy that like
violent?
shot up the Waffle House naked? Like his parents had turned him in a year before and said like, we think our son might shoot something up, and they were like,
yeah, we can't do Second Amendment. We can't do anything about it until he actually shoots.
Well, look, I mean, unfortunately, yes, that's the thing. Is like, if you want something done, you have to change the fucking law. I don't like the argument of like, well, they should have never like, yeah, I mean, you just have to change. It's like the illegal immigrant argument to me. It's like, I'm all for whatever the law is. The law says they can't come in.
Right.
So like, that's the law. Work on a law if you want something changed. I don't like the like, well, we're not just paying attention to that law right now, so we just like open it up. Like that doesn't fucking make any sense to me and never fucking has.
Right.
And people act like you're inhumane for like just stating facts, nowadays. I don't know how to live in another world. Like, we have a law. Like you guys want to make it where nobody can come into the country unless they have proof they've been vaccinated. Unless they're coming over from Mexico, then no questions asked.
Right.
That's why I shit myself. Yeah, it doesn't make it's this is like Costco where they're like, well, we don't want to check people's vaccination paperwork at the door. We'll just take their words for it. I'm like, you're already checking things at the door.
Right.
Like it makes more sense here than anywhere.
Right.
Like, we already have our shit out, but no business wants to let me see your papers. Look, it's not a good.
Not a good. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen anybody? I've seen some videos of altercations though. It's starting to happen. People are getting.
Didn't Ricky Schroeder just got in an altercation at Costco?
Yeah. We played that video.
Oh yeah.
But he played a clip of Rachel Maddow losing her mind. Like you could see her brain exploding because she was just like, "This is going to be difficult because now when I'm out and about and I see somebody without a mask on, I have to rewire my brain to not hate that person and think they're a threat and a selfish piece of shit." And it's like, how about we don't do that?
Yeah.
Like to begin with. Like,
right.
You don't know this person at all or what their personal situation is, why they're not wearing it, why they are wearing it. No one knows anything.
Right.
Stay away from them if you don't want to be.
Yeah.
Everyone we got in this comic, Brian Scalaro, he in his hallway screaming at a woman not wearing a mask because he's vulnerable. She's like, I'm vaccinated. He's like, I'm vulnerable. It's like, you've drawn this out 13 minutes, face to face, screaming at each other with your mouths open.
Probably.
And you want to do this under the guise of you're worried about your health.
Right. There's a flaw in your logic.
Yeah, it just.
I mean,
we all just want to be right. Is what we want.
Over the pandemic, I've been in you go into Publix, Florida's so hit or miss. It's either like, there's a lot of people that are just like, all right, we're wearing a mask, no problem. But there's these people like, I'm not afraid. If you're afraid, stay. I'm like, okay.
Somebody called me a faggot in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
For having a mask on
right.
in a store. And I'm like, they say they're required at the door. Like,
right.
I'm just not being an asshole is what I'm doing.
It's like it's the same argument. Like businesses should be able to do whatever they want, but now they want me to wear a mask, and it's like fuck that business. You're like, no, you can't have it both ways. Like,
I don't. But now I just love the I'm gonna have to rewire my brain on which group of people to hate. It's like, how about you don't hate any of them?
I wouldn't.
It's so weird.
We would often see people in the grocery stores or whatever, and you see them walking around with no mask, and you're like, yeah, whatever. Like, do you just don't
look, I'm not saying you don't have thoughts about them or make a judgment or whatever, but I
hate.
I know, but I also know in the back of my head, I don't know what the fuck their deal is. I don't know.
Yeah.
And also how crazy scared are you? First of all, you're not honest. Because if you were so scared of this, like you say, you wouldn't leave home. So
right.
Just stay across the cantaloupes from them.
Right.
It's really about droplet length.
Right.
You know what I mean? When I was building this out, I was even planning if I have to, I could put something up here or whatever. We're not exactly facing each other.
Yeah,
but it just doesn't matter though. It's just get vaccinated and then try not to die.
Right.
We went and played poker you've been playing poker. You came out just to play poker.
Pretty much, yeah.
You get away from the wife. Hookers and stuff. You doing blow? You doing meth?
Nah, not this trip. No, mainly poker. I came out with a buddy of mine.
Yeah.
And since we're vaccinated...
Yeah, your buddy beat me out of a hand for $200 the other night.
He's a pretty good player. I mean, he
played me.
He represented the hand well, and then it kind of froze you, and
Oh, no, he didn't beat me out of 200. He would have beaten me out of 200. He got me about 50.
Which is actually pretty good. I mean...
I let go kings, and he flipped over jacks.
But he played it well, and whatever.
Yeah, he played it really well. I really want him to...
Die.
Is he playing tonight?
Yeah.
Because, I'll need
You're
to
go back and...
I'll need to teach him...
I don't want to play at the table with you and him again.
What?
It's just
Are they doing 8-handed at Bellagio?
Yeah, and then so now it's three of us all know each other, and I'm like, I don't really want to take your money. I do, but I'm not going to. But I don't want to get involved in hands
I'm not going to go play if I'm not at your table. I'm here to hang out with you.
No, listen.
I don't even live here anymore.
I'm going to say...
I came...
Are you done? I just said I don't want to play at a table with him and you. I don't want to play at a table with you.
Why? Because when we get together...
No, because I want 6 other people that I can take their money.
No, I got you.
He's a decent player, and I didn't want to fly all the way from Florida to tangle with him at a poker table. It's stupid. Well,
you guys play together.
So I'll tell you how his life is pretty funny.
Oh, yeah. Let's air it out.
Well, he has to lie to his wife a lot. About playing poker and
what?
He doesn't.
I love these guys, by the way.
He's not fully transparent with his wife at all times about usually it's about the finances of poker and how much money he makes. And when he makes money, he can't just keep it in a drawer.
Why
in
not?
His nightstand, because his wife will take some.
Who are these Roomba wives everybody has who are like constantly checking everything?
And so it's like for months he's like, I'm like, where do you keep your bankroll? Like, where do you keep your money? He's like, oh, I got a little thing in the car, or I've got this one jacket in the closet that I keep it in the inside pocket. I'm like, what are you like? And he's a winning player. He has a lot. He has thousands of dollars in cash.
He's literally like an old Jewish woman just stuffing money in the mattress and the sofa cushions and the wall.
And like a couple months ago,
Walter White.
I go, like, what happens if she decides to do some spring cleaning and like take your jacket and some other shit to the
Look,
to
men
Goodwill?
know their wives well enough to know that they either will never spring clean.
I just like, it just seems so bizarre to me. Because I have a good relationship and my wife doesn't not trust me with money, and it's like, so I don't have to.
Well, yeah, I mean, I imagine if you were losing the family's savings.
Well, yeah.
And also, she bitched you out in other ways. You don't have a bike anymore.
That wasn't because of her.
Bitched out.
Okay.
Had a kid. Couldn't take the heat. Couldn't take the thunder between your legs anymore.
Okay.
Once you get married, the rumble of the old.
What?
I don't know bike slang.
I don't know.
No, the thunder of the crotch rocket. You had to get. Your wife said, "Shove!
That's exactly.
You gotta sell those.
That is exactly what she sounds like.
Get rest. Motorcycles are baby."
Does this have closed captioning on the thing?
Yeah. Yep.
So anyway, I convinced him to get like a little lockable like money pouch, and just I'll hold your money in my safe.
Does he just keep that on the kitchen table? And she's like, "What's in it?"
I ordered it through Amazon.
Oh,
and then
isn't it a fire safe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't know what kind of safe. You just said safe.
Yeah. No, it's in a.
Yeah, but this reminds me of a thing that happened to me when I was maybe 9 to 11 years old.
I wasn't there.
I had a friend named James. I went over to his house for dinner. We're playing micro machines.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. I remember those. Sure.
No. Our penises.
Oh, yeah.
We're playing with micro machines. And I brought mine over, and I had the garage. This was it looked like a tool chest you would carry, but it opened up and it had 2 stories, like an elevator. You it had the tow trucks and the garage.
So you were balling.
It was gay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure, this is.
And then we had dinner at his house. Everything was normal,
Chicken
and it was late. It was late, and I was at the age of like where it was starting to get dark, and I'm not scared of the dark, but it's also like, And so I just wanted to like run home. You remember when you're a kid and it's like getting dark and you're supposed to be home? You're like just running through okay.
Yeah, and then what happened?
I forgot you were Jewish. You were home 4 hours before sundown. Very protective mothers, right?
The Jewish mother?
She probably wouldn't even let you get further than one of those wrist leashes that the kids have at Disney World. Really?
I was the youngest. She was kind of.
Oh, she was over it by then. Yeah. He couldn't turn out worse than the ones we tried with.
Mm-hmm. You've met my brother.
All of it?
All of it?
So I want to run home. It's late at night. And if I have my micro machines thing, like, you know how the latches on those things were?
Yeah.
Like, if you go running with that, it's probably going to come undone, and your micro machines are going to go everywhere. In the grass at night, good fucking luck, right?
Yep.
You'll never find them all, and somebody will hurt their toe.
So you left it over there.
So I left it over there. I was like, oh, I'll just come get this tomorrow.
Right.
The next day, James wasn't in school. And after school, I went straight from the bus stop over to James' house. And I looked in the windows, and nothing was in the house. Overnight, this family, I don't know how long they'd planned this heist. Overnight, not a box was in that house. Now, maybe I just didn't pay attention. The signs were probably everywhere around me. Why are we eating Chinese? Where's the real silverware? But I will never forget how mad. In my mind, I was like, if I never stop, I will find you. I have a particular set of skills.
The internet is an amazing place now. I guarantee you, you could find James and your Micro Machine collection.
And they'd be worth a fortune with interest and appreciation.
You take it over to Rick's, and he's going to be like, yeah, I can give you $30 for it.
Yeah. Chumley.
I got a Micro Machine expert I can call in.
Yeah, he would always know. He would always know what they were worth. I want to know how that pawn shop really works. Like, how does it really work? Have you ever really been to a pawn shop and bought something or sold something?
Here's how pawn shops work. They take advantage of poor people.
Yeah, I know. Like, obviously,
and they make a lot of money.
I love the people who share their whole story right up front. They're like, these are my some collectible coins here.
Right.
Like, here, give me one of those Leningrad mint. Okay, so these are like Soviet era coins. Okay, they're like proof.
Are these Cougarans?
So this is like what they'll do before a guy goes in and talks to Rick. Ha! I'm here today with my 1976 mint coins from the USSR. I'm hoping they'll fetch me at least $600 because one of my daughters, Layla, needs a new leg and an abortion.
Not in that order.
Well, while she's under.
I'm hoping to get $600, but I'm willing to take
$87.50. That's the other thing they always tell them, what they're willing to take. Yeah. Why would you do that? I'm willing to take.
You're really bad at negotiating.
I hope to get $7,000 for him, but I'm willing to take Park Place in this year's McDonald's Monopoly. Like, yeah, I don't know how it really works though. Like, how do they know? Here's my one experience. This was actually in Vegas when I sold my my red Honda that I had in Vegas.
Yeah. Did you just sell it outright and you didn't have a car for a while?
Yeah. Well, I moved to New York and then I had stored it for like a year at my uncle's, and then I just decided to sell it because of course, the next year I needed a car. I came back out here and had to buy a car. So, but I sold it to a guy for like $200 more than the CarMax offer for it. So I feel like I did okay. But where was I fucking going with? Oh, pawn shop. In the back of the car, I had to fly back to New York, and in the back of the car, I had a giant board, the old show board that we used to use in Tampa and until it died. And I wanted to sell it. I was like, I can't fly back to New York with this. It'll be a pain in the ass to like box it up or ship it or whatever. So I was like, I'll just take it to a pawn shop. I don't know how pawn shops work, but can I just walk in with this expensive piece of electronics?
Sure.
And they'll buy it?
Yeah.
And they looked at it, and this board was probably $500, and they were just like, granted, $500 is a long time ago. So like,
yeah,
it might be worth $150 or something. Sure. I don't know. They're just like, nah, we're not interested. It's like, what? And you look around the place, and they just have like stuffed birds and stuff, and you're like, who's coming in here for cordless phones? They have like AT&T cordless phones, like the ones you pull the antenna out, like sets, like in the glass. Like, do you want to buy some of these? Like, no.
In the glass.
No.
Nobody's buying that.
But have you ever sold anything to a pawn? No. Have you ever needed money that badly?
No.
They know. They just know you're in a bad way, right?
Yeah.
Like
I remember I would buy stuff at pawn shops. You'd find good deals, and it was usually like, I can go get DVDs for $3 a piece. Okay, cool. Especially when my son was younger and we had a DVD player in the minivan. Great, I'll just go buy kids' DVDs.
How long ago was this? How old is your kid?
He's 7, so 5 years ago.
You were using DVDs 5 years ago?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I
don't know the timelines. I can't even think.
I had a 2015 van, and it had a DVD player with like a screen in it.
Yeah.
And dude, Disney movies or any kids animated movie, just pop it in, and he could, now he's 7. Now he's got an iPad with connect to the internet, and
Well, I think when I left my house in Burbank and went to New York, I think that was the end of discs for me.
Right.
And now I still have them. I have all my Blu-rays and DVDs, like thousands, and binders.
Right.
And what do you do?
Because
I can't bring myself to throw it away. I threw the cases away, and that was hard.
Right.
Like throwing the case, like it's like your CD album art back in the day.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget when I threw my CD binder away with all my CDs. I was just like, I just don't need this anymore. I have iTunes.
You put it in iTunes.
Yeah, but now no Spotify. Or Apple Music or whatever you have.
You don't need to upload it into iTunes anymore, right?
No, like, everything. They figured out like, oh, we recorded it here. We'll just stream it to you.
Right.
Like you don't need your own physical copy. Like.
Yeah.
We just have it here.
Well, I'm still stuck on the same song list and playlist. Like,
are you really?
I mean, I haven't really picked up a new album. It's you know this.
So, are you being honest? Like, you're playing music that you ripped yourself, or how does it work? I think it just they delete that. And it just becomes like in your collection, right? They don't keep the files you ripped forever ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've got playlists and artists that I've uploaded. These are ones some of them were my albums, and some I think back when.
But you've always been behind. I'll never forget. Like I think 2010 or 11, I'm at your old house. This is one when like Shannon lived with you for a while. Back when people were like just crashing in rooms.
Oh, yeah.
And you're in the old house. This is probably 2007.
In Brandon.
8. Yeah.
No, Shannon didn't live with me.
He was staying in a room for a while or something.
No.
Oh well.
No, there was.
He was just running some. He was just having some kids over for some rubs.
Right. No, I had roommates that I was renting rooms to, but nobody. Yeah. I don't think anybody was involved in
okay.
No, definitely it wasn't.
Either way.
Yeah.
I remember at one point you telling me that you had like 3 hard drives full of porn. You were like showing me the drives one day. You were like, those are full of porn. Yes.
Really?
Yes. And I was like, what are you backing up the internet? Like it's all on the.
This at all.
This is like again 2010. Maybe it was like right after I had moved, I think, or right before I moved, and you were like telling me about your hard drive.
I might have been joking.
I don't think saving porn movies.
No, there's the internet. Who needs?
This is 2010. It was a different time. We're talking about to a guy who used DVDs in 2016.
Well,
so
not to watch porn.
You're like Blu-rays, please.
Yeah,
I'm not a savage. Somebody said I should have taken I should have taken it to Extreme Pawn in Detroit. Have you not seen that one?
Is that the one like, with the Jewish
family?
How
much you want for it? How about I stab you? Like, sold.
Is that the extremely Jewish family? And it's like
I don't know.
All black customers, and they're just totally assholes to everybody.
Well, yeah, I mean, even the tellers and shit are like behind bulletproof glass and shit.
Yeah,
like people are coming to pay. Like
they're bringing like a fucking old ass DVD player, and like I need to get $80 for this.
It's
and they're like,
so sad because it's like people came in and like gave their like grandmother's heirloom necklace or something, and they have to like come in every 2 weeks and like make $17 payments on it.
The moment they miss
one.
It's done, and now you're like, oh, cool.
And
awesome.
they want to jump through the motherfucking like glass.
Oh yeah,
at people like, and so every episode is like security guards have to escort a few people out.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
rough. It's way rougher than.
Is it Extreme Pawn? I remember it being something.
Extreme Pawn. That's what they said. Isn't that it?
I don't.
Or hard. Oh, it was hard knock pawn stock. Please tell Chef, thanks for the shampoo he left in your house in LA. Saved me having to buy a bottle, says Moody.
Hardcore Pawn.
Hardcore Pawn.
Pawn, that's what it's called. 9 seasons from 2009.
Yeah.
Well, at least that's the one I'm thinking of. Is this the one you're thinking of?
9 years?
That's what it said.
9 years. So this show lasted longer than most kids in Detroit.
162 episodes.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Les Gold. That was the owner.
Les Gold?
Les Gold, the patriarch. That guy.
Yeah, he's hot.
Yeah?
Les Gold.
So ridiculous.
More silver. Oh, fucking hell. All right. Yeah. Well, my landscapers are here. You were telling me about a solution that you've come up with for dog shit. No, I'm still picking up.
I didn't come up with a solution. I am just lazy.
I'm picking up my dog shit by hand. And I'm happy with now I have a very small backyard.
Yes.
But I have a very good system. It's Vegas. It's very dry. Hardly ever rain. Florida was great because it rains all the time and the shit will just disintegrate into the ground in 3 days.
Yeah.
Especially in the summer.
And I've got irrigation in my backyard. So like
brag more.
every day at 3 a.m. or whatever, the sprinklers go on.
Yeah.
So yeah, the shit never dries out in my backyard. So it's always, everything's kind of wet back there.
Decomposing?
Yeah.
I like how that's the argument. You're like, the good thing about it is all the shit in my backyard stays moist.
No, I wasn't saying it was the good thing. I'm saying it doesn't dry out, so I can't just go pick it up by hand.
Right.
And I was like, honestly, like that's way low on the list of priorities is to pick up shit in my backyard, but it needs to get done.
So you think you're better than me?
Yeah, obviously.
You think I'm good enough to pick up shit in your backyard?
Yes.
You think your shit in your backyard's too good for me?
So
like what? What is happening?
So I hired a company, and they come out once a week.
Also, you're using the term company very loosely. As loose as the stools that they're picking up in the back.
It's not just a random guy.
Soaking wet. This guy wants to come pick up wet dukes from your backyard every week.
This guy,
I wouldn't pick up wet shit for $1 million. I would pick up dry shit as a neighbor. Wet shit? That's just a power move. You're just making some, and you go out and make eye contact with him while he does it.
The owner of the company came to my house.
On his bike.
He has 7.
I want my $2.
He has 7 employees throughout the Tampa Bay area picking up shit. It's a legitimate business. I was like, all right, cool.
What's it called?
$10 a week. You got it.
What's it called? Poogon? This is like that movie Envy with Jack Black.
Hang on.
Where does the poo go?
They just emailed me an invoice and I paid it. Hang on. I think it's... Hang on. We're going to get there. Scoopy Poopy Doo or something? Hang on.
What's worse is Wes in our chat room says, I use that sometimes. Sometimes? like what? When it starts piling up on itself?
Where the hell?
I can't imagine.
Oh,
you want a dog? This is worse than having a full-time nanny.
Yeah,
it's like, do you want a dog or not? Pick up after your dog. Are you too good to be a parent?
You yelling at me right now?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, interesting.
You know what I mean? Like, why don't you just pay somebody to fucking, love your kid?
Yeah, nobody does that.
Too.
Nobody pays people to watch their kids.
I have a feeling that business wouldn't go over quite as well. Hi, I'm Patrick. I have 7 employees. Me and some of the boys, we go around cleaning up after your son's dookie. Do you have any babies in the house?
Yeah, like
once a week I come by.
Once a week you come back and pick up dirty diapers
with my bumpy tongue, and I just clean your child.
Oh yeah, I don't think that would be viable. I don't even know how you'd register.
They call me the diaper genie.
The IRS. Is that a service? Is that a
yeah? It's whatever you want it to be.
Is that a good?
It's whatever you want it to be.
A good or service.
So hold on. $10 a month.
No, $10 a week.
Oh, $10 a week. Okay. Yeah. It's just not worth. So I'm picking up Dukes twice a week.
Yeah, but your backyard is small and you have 1 dog. My backyard is huge and I have 2 dogs and it's wet.
Soon to be 1.
Dude, really?
Too soon?
Fuck. Yeah, I've got an old
dog.
Well,
I've been here. You've been here 3 days, and we've had 3 conversations about how Diesel's going to be dying soon. So it seems to be on the forefront of your tongue. Mine.
Well, he's
mine.
12
diaper genie. The San Francisco tree.
He's 12 and a half. He's, probably near the end of his.
What's his? What is he? What kind of dog?
He's a bull mastiff mix.
Right.
And big dogs typically don't live 12, 13. That's, pretty high
Heart
up there.
condition.
He's got some hip issues. He's
dysplasia.
Probably. He has trouble getting
cataracts.
Up off the floor. He's blind in one eye. He's completely deaf.
You get him an eye patch? Nobody ever gets their dog an eye patch. I think that's a cool move.
And a parrot and a peg leg. What are you?
Yeah, we'll never buy another drink in a bar again.
So yeah, we're preparing for that.
Is he active? Can he jump? Can he? Is he just?
He's slow. He's
Can't get up on the sofa.
He's like an old man. He can barely get up on the sofa. Like it's really slow. It's like he's doing everything in slow motion.
Do you ever wonder like when will be his last jump up onto the sofa? And do you ever think this could be it tonight?
Yeah, I'm worried. You know, every time you go out of town for any length of time, you're just like, well, I hope you know.
Now, yeah. What should I do when I leave? Just put out some food? How do I? I've never had a dog.
You haven't had a dog?
No, that was a robot.
Oh.
I rented him. He belonged to a guy who went out all day picking up other dog shit. So his owner had no time.
Wasn't that a great bit I helped you write? Every time you go out of town.
I actually want to bring that back because of this dog. I was thinking about it. It was every time I go out of town. I don't remember this bit. Hold on. Chef used to write all my best zingers.
No, it was basically like
the dog insurance one I have.
The dog insurance one. No, the when you go out of town, you got to take your dog to a board. You have to board your dog, and you end up paying $50 or $60 a day to put him somewhere nicer than you're gonna stay at, and that you figured out like.
So they give him bottled water.
Yeah. So instead, here's what I do. So when I'm about to leave town, I take him to the pound, and then when I come back, if he's still there, it was meant to be.
And if he's not, that is a good one.
And if he's not, I just pick a new dog.
That's crazy that I can say something so much and just forget it. Because I don't think I really write down my bits anymore.
Yeah.
But it's amazing when I knew the insurance part. I had that. I think a funnier line, just going back, what popped in my head as you were saying that is saying, I pay $60 a day for this dog to stay at a nicer place than me, cleaner place than the hotels I stay in when I'm traveling around doing comedy. So now when I'm going to a town doing comedy, I just call up a kennel and tell them I got a big dog, and my dog, Best Western, $19.99 a night. I just tell him bring some food and fresh towels.
You're good.
He's good. Yeah. I'm gonna bring those back. All the dog jokes.
I just like if he's not there, then just pick another one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get a new dog like every 6-8 months.
Yeah, it's like Netflix.
Yeah.
I like that.
And if he's still
why isn't there some sort of white elephant dog regifting program?
I don't know if you've heard of the ones
just more widely available
that attack your children. That's the ones.
Right. Yeah.
I got bit by a dog the other day. Did I tell you that?
No.
One of my clients' dog just
on the
calf.
I'll let you finish the Mad Lib.
No. I was doing work. I was putting in cabinet latches or whatever.
And the calf?
Yeah. The dog walked up behind
me.
How
big are this dog's jaws?
Bit me in the calf. Oh, you're saying I have big calves?
Yeah, I'm saying they're cows.
Rude. I was just like,
was it a playful bite? It was a Drew Blood?
It drew blood, yeah.
Drew Garabo.
It drew Garbanzo.
It drew Garabo.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, but I was fine, but it was like, Jesus, like I'm around
big
dogs.
Job?
No, it was a really, really nothing job. And
Did
I was
they
like,
tip?
in my head, I'm like, wow, this job just got really expensive if I really wanted to be an asshole.
I would have to say that out loud. That's funny.
Yeah?
Ooh, gonna cost you now.
No.
This blood's just pooling up on their floor. Right. Now their dog has a taste for it.
Yeah, great. Oh, I hope he's good around the baby.
Right.
Like,
back to your crate, Tillicum. Do you what was I gonna say? When you go to people's houses, do you try to rip them off? Not rip them off. Yeah, all the time. How do you? I guess you listen to what they want, but like, do you ever go like, no, that's not enough. You need our deluxe package.
No, I don't try. Like, I mean, people are inherently concerned with their kids' safety, so I don't.
Is it just a new thing though? Because you hear the arguments like kids grew up in caves, crawling around fires, and like eventually you get burned a little bit, but you learn don't go near that.
Well,
like I was always. don't stick pennies in light sockets. And
Sure.
then there's the old Jeff Foxworthy joke. Hurt like hell, didn't it? Don't do that again.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
There
is
that-
some. I was electrocuted as a kid. I absolutely remember being electrocuted from an outlet when I was a kid. I have some memory of that.
Jam something screwdriver in it.
Sure.
Whatever. Yeah.
The fire department had to come get a Smartie out of my nose once. I don't know why the fire department was called. That's what every mom called when anything happened.
Why wouldn't you just use the vacuum
She
cleaner?
called the fire department to get Smarties, the roll.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious to block my nostrils with them, but then I didn't realize you couldn't just, like pixie sticks.
Right.
Yeah, she called the fire department.
Wow.
And another time she called the fire department, I had play handcuffs and they got like locked around my arms. She had to call it with their big. I think she was just trying to fuck them.
Where'd you find them? In your mom's nightstand?
Yeah,
The play
they were
handcuffs?
furry.
Look at these play handcuffs I found.
No, they were around her dick. Jesus Christ. I'm happy with the dog so far. I'm not going to make the mistake of not training this one.
Yeah.
And she's got way better behavior habits than Chewy had. Chewy was a
Nightmare?
hyperactive nightmare.
Yeah.
He was a good dog. I loved him, but like he was never leash trained. He was never, she's already miles ahead of him.
Yeah.
She stops when I stop. She goes when I go. She's still a puppy, so she has the attention span issue where,
Sure.
you get distracted, but that'll come.
We've got a puppy at home too.
That'll come with oh yeah, you got a French bulldog.
Yeah.
French vanilla?
French bulldog.
Oh. Just regular traditional flavor.
Hazelnut.
Creme.
Hazelnut.
Creme. What flavor? What color? The blue? The
no,
blues are the popular, right?
Yeah,
the
those
hard
are pretty
ones.
cool looking. No, he's like a brownish, whatever that color is.
Yeah, there's a guy out here.
Apricot with a black face.
There's a comic out here, Big Irish J, who had, not to be confused with Big J Okerson.
Okay.
But yeah, he's got a French bulldog too, and I don't trust a single man with a French bulldog. Like you would have never got a French bulldog on your own.
No.
I don't think I would have ever got a doodle, and I also didn't want a girl.
Right.
And I can't imagine, like my heart. I'm pretty gay for this dog.
Yeah.
But I love her. She's great. She just won't let me do like sexual stuff to her yet. But
well, you got to train her. Right? Maybe some treats.
well, I've had the wrong peanut butter. It was
Shot collar.
too
maybe?
salty. Jesus, she's not into S&M.
Hey, you train yours how you train yours. I'll train mine.
Does Chef still have a bulldog? That was not Chef.
You're
Well,
confusing.
he has a bulldog now.
I have a French bulldog and my bull mastiff.
Yeah,
is
Johnny B had Chubbs.
Chubbs. Was that the
Is he dead? He's got to be dead.
Chubbs? Yeah, and then they replaced Chubbs, and then didn't
a
that
new?
dog die?
I don't know. Johnny hasn't talked to me in 6 years.
I don't know. I see Johnny occasionally, but we're not really.
But yeah, Chubbs was. Look, I don't think it's Johnny's fault that the dog was like unhealthy and had breathing problems. It's a bad breed.
His wife was unhealthy and had breathing problems.
Well, yeah, it was a family affair. The dog's name was C-Pup. No, but those dogs are they're like bred to just be.
Oh,
This
yeah.
thing couldn't. Like I'm telling you, like it was cruel to get it excited. To like make that dog like Chubbs, we're gonna do like that was mean to do because the dog.
Right.
It's like Jesus fucking Christ,
Get
man.
this dog an inhaler.
Yeah, I don't know like how you could bring that home and be like, "Welcome to our family."
Look how
It's like
adorable it is.
Jesus Christ. If you had a child that did that, you would
Be very sad and
put the Tesla on autopilot. Destination
fuck
the Great Lake.
destination.
This question's coming in, and I
Okay.
can't. No, what do you?
I don't know. I get. I'm not seeing what you're seeing.
Somebody said
so-
Chef looks uncomfortable. Somebody said Chef never looks comfortable.
I'm just waiting for what the next shoe.
It's
to
not
drop.
even about. There's
Oh,
no
all right.
shoes dropping.
I don't know. You're getting me nervous.
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
You're in control. You're the guest.
I'm the third mic, and there's only two of us.
Chef, answer the question. When will you stop with Hamas? When are you guys going to let up?
I think you're mispronouncing it. It's hummus.
Yeah,
and it's delicious.
That has to be. I was thinking about this. Tell me, hummus sales don't go down a lot when this conflict is on. Like, no one's sitting around an Israeli restaurant going like, like a plate of hummus, please. Like, no. They're in a ceasefire now, right? Did I see that this morning?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't. I'll say this. Moody posted something yesterday, which I found because I don't want to get too much into the conflict.
Right.
I almost definitively will tell you that I don't care. It's a dumb fight over land and religion. I don't even know what it's about.
Right.
So ultimately, I don't give a shit. But everybody arguing for whichever side and it seems to be Palestine. Everybody seems to be like with Palestine right now. You're out of your minds. Like, Hamas has in their charter, we won't stop until every Jew everywhere is dead. So, like, seems to be an unreasonable place to begin conversations.
Where's the common ground that we can find from?
Right,
hey,
right.
We want to kill all of you.
Everywhere, by the way, not just in Israel. So, like, I don't know. Like, for the people who are all like, so look, and I don't want to get into it, especially with one of them here. I think it's insane for people to be like, so, and this is the same thing I was saying about Tony Hinchcliffe last week with the comedy stuff and all the politics stuff in general. I think it's so insane for us to be so sure of ourselves, especially over here, when, like, you don't care about this Hamas, Palestine, Israel thing any more than you care about BLM and Stop Asian Hate and Coney 2012 and, like, how far back do you want to go into the flavor of the week, whatever the cause, you know, of the day is, and now everybody's a fucking expert on it. It just seems to me that, like, you shouldn't want anybody fighting, period, and especially when it's over. Like, I don't even want to. When you tell me it's over religion, now I think you're all done. So that's where I stand with it. But I certainly understand that you believe in what? Sky Dad?
Sky
Chef looks like he has cocaine. Oh, here's the question that I wanted to get to. I don't know how we got off on a political tangent. Is Zane an NFL player yet?
Zane is not mine. You're aware of that.
I never saw the test results. Wow. And I'll say this, a little bit of resemblance in learning disability.
Zane, I don't believe has made the NFL Combine.
Chef looks like he has cocaine in his ass.
First of all,
his ass is probably sweating because of I put the seat heater on for about 15 minutes in the car.
That's not cocaine. It's Gold Bond powder, and it feels wonderful. First of all,
Patrick is so giddy that his friend is here after 1 year of quarantine.
True.
Yeah, Chef and I have been texting for a year going, like, when can you come? And here it is. Moody says it's taking everything in him not to write a long comment right now. All right. Well,
so what was the point?
Why
would you write that comment to not write a comment?
He's one of those Arabs.
I see.
You know, No, he made a great post yesterday, which I thought was really interesting. It's the Israeli government has multiple social media accounts.
Right.
Obviously, like, some are in Arabic and some are in English.
Right.
And some are in Hebrew, and it's what they do.
Right.
And the narratives that they are putting out on those channels are very different messages.
Oh yeah.
Now, no duh. Like,
right.
Oh my God, the media's being used to manipulate what people think. Like,
weird.
Of course. But I did find it interesting. It was the ones that were in Arabic, were all, like, you know, shows of force and stuff, and the ones that were in English tend to be more victim oriented,
right.
like we're being
just
attacked
ourselves.
And, like,
right.
Yeah, so, like, but it is interesting, and his post was more about, if you're confused right now about why you think smart adult friends of yours can be so diametrically opposed to your viewpoints on this, here's why. It's just because, like, and by the way, extrapolate this out to the election and everything else.
They're not getting the same information you're seeing.
It's like everyone's just kind of being presented with information that, by the way, can be framed. The same information can be framed to make you think the exact opposite. It's so fucking manipulative. And look, there's a ceasefire now, so hopefully everything, I wasn't trying to troll you, Moody. I actually was a little bit. I knew you'd get a little riled up about it. But, if you people were just cleaner, we'd let you stay. This is so fun to get. This is going to get demonetized for that. Seems like none of this would be happening if some group hadn't killed our Lord and Savior. Amen. Hallelujah. Is hallelujah a word?
I think maybe his cat walked across the keyboard.
Did you show Chef where your pool was going? Yeah, what do you think of my my new place?
Cool.
Chef?
I was, last time we talked, when I said I was coming out, you were saying you were hoping the pool would be in effect here.
It's supposed to be like this weekend, next weekend.
I was kind of looking forward to that, but
well, look, you're at a hotel casino. I think theirs is probably nicer, except for the people.
Yeah, except for all the people.
The thing is, like, pool size isn't really important. If it's big enough for you to stretch out and be comfortable, that's all you really need. And like other people can make a nice pool bad. I
don't come to Vegas to sit in the pool.
When was the last time you did do something cool? Like, what if I wanted to get us bottle service tonight? We'll go to a club. We'll look at some shouties. Shouties.
Yeah, I'll meet you there. Just let me know when. You go ahead and let me know where to go.
Shouties. Is it shout? What do they say about girls?
I don't know.
Shouties?
I don't know.
Do you want to? Let's end with this story, because I don't think we've ever told this one on the show, and it's one of the most uncomfortable situations I've ever seen you in.
Cool.
A few years back, your wife was out of town, and I was in Tampa, and we were bored, and my cousin... You forgot about this?
I drive by there occasionally. That's immediate. I go, oh yeah. Was that? I don't even know what year that was. Like, was I
2016 or 17?
Oh, was it that reason? I thought it was further back than that.
Maybe 13, 14. Maybe I don't know. It all runs together.
I don't know. This was all your idea too. You're like,
hey. Well, look, so my cousin, she's half Korean, half normal.
North or south?
How dare he during Stop Asian Hate?
North or south?
Oh no.
Starly.
Yeah. This is from Florida.
Oh no.
Okay, so she came out to a comedy show and she told me that she was stripping at now she's ratchet, okay? This cousin of mine is...
Explain what ratchet means to the...
Ghetto AF, okay? Tattoos, gold teeth.
I believe that's called a grill.
A grill, 100%.
What was that?
Just like to nail it. Just put it in people's heads. So yeah, she invited me out to the strip club, and I told Chef it was one night. We had played poker or something. For some reason, we didn't want to play poker.
I have no
And I was
idea.
like, my cousin, because you lived out in like Valrico or something.
Yeah.
And it was not far. I was like, let's go. Let's ride out. What was it? Not Plant City.
It was
almost.
Sefner.
Sefner?
I think it was Sefner. It's like off
some strip club. What is that strip club called? Scores?
No, it wasn't Scores. It was definitely not nice. Scores. Like Scores.
What do you mean it wasn't nice?
It
oh
was,
no.
It was. You said I want to go see my cousin strip at a strip club.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
That's not what I said.
This
isn't
your
what I
idea.
said.
It was your idea to go
She
watch
said-
your cousin at a strip club.
Look, in Florida,
Yeah.
that's not weird, okay?
You're from Polk County. It was
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I believe you said it's not like it's my first cousin.
I mean, it is 100%. This is my dad's brother's daughter.
Oh.
But we didn't do anything. We just held hands. She goes to another school.
We've never told this story on the
No, I don't think so. Because this would have been remembered. This is great already. It gets better. So I go, yeah, my cousin strips at the strip club. Let's go up there. It wasn't necessarily to see my cousin, okay? I mean, sure, I'm curious. So we go up there. It was the smokiest strip club ever. We get in. It wasn't that busy because she comes right over. She was very interested in you.
Was it a Sunday? The slow night?
Yeah, I don't know. But she was very interested in you. She started chatting with you, and then she brought her friends over and told, this is my cousin. So then her friends were just like, yada, yada, yada. And then there was like this thug guy there.
There was more than one thug guy.
Well, yeah, but he seemed to be like her pimp or something. And he was telling me how
talent management,
how he like goes to her house and bangs her out while her kids are there. Like that full sentence came up, which is a weird, like that's something weird to just bring up to strangers.
Right.
Oh, I bang her out all the time while her kids are in the back. Oh,
fantastic.
Diet Coke. So, she starts rubbing on you a little bit, if I remember.
No, I don't remember.
Grinding.
This. Absolutely.
And then you're like, I'll give the 3-pack of lap dances. And you whip your dick out, which I thought was a strange move, but bold.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
All I know is at one point, I turned around and she was showing you her vagina.
I don't remember this happening. She
had the stripper, like, tube skirt on, like pencil skirt type thing that's like just a tube that covers tits and legs.
Okay.
And she full on revealed her vagina to you and like did a little tuck spread.
Tuck?
Like a little, like a whole Homer Simpson mouth action. And the whole room just smells like piss and cigarettes, you know?
Sadness and poverty.
And I'm just like, are you showing my friend your pussy? Like, we came here to read.
What did we come there for?
I don't know. As soon as we got there, I realized, why are we here?
It's a bad idea.
And we must have stayed 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You know, just for one dance. I remember there not being many attractive women there at all. It was a pretty busted scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, God, I did forget that night. It was kind of out where y'all used to go to a bar kind of out that way after work.
Oh yeah, like
it had darts and
off
shit.
of 92 or whatever.
Yeah, whatever that place was called. But it was out kind of that way, right? It's like one of those like country roads where they always find a body by the tracks.
It's almost Plant City, but not quite, I think.
If you see strawberries, you've gone too far. Go back to the cherry pie.
Ugh.
Yeah. No, you really don't remember her showing you her vagina. She like showed you her vagina because I caught a glimpse of it. And a photo.
It's your screensaver now.
Yeah. Parallax.
I mean, that may have happened. But
what do you remember about it?
I was traumatized by the whole thing. I don't know.
Why did you agree to go?
Because you're my friend and I support you to go see your naked cousin.
What's the dumbest thing you'd say I've ever drug you to do?
Ew. Dumbest? I don't know.
Never really gotten in too much trouble.
No, we always seem to.
Cousin stripper?
Cousin stripper's pretty up there. I mean,
yeah.
Driving to Biloxi from Tampa.
But we did that more than once.
That's true.
So it wasn't that dumb.
True.
They say I used to think that about Vegas. Like you'd always go like, I'm never doing this again. And then like 3 months later, you're like, Vegas. When I was in LA, like.
Yeah. Driving from.
LA to Vegas is 4 hours.
I flew into Vegas once and we drove back to LA.
We did?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Seems like something we would do.
That happened.
Yeah.
I remember. Do you remember landing in Vegas after?
Yeah, you said you almost crashed coming in the other night.
Yeah, it was rather turbulent. Reminded me of Wind Shear. One of good.
I really thought I was gonna die.
Yeah, to the point where when we landed, you literally said,
I might rent a car.
I think I'm gonna rent a car and drive back to Tampa." And I said, "Good luck with that."
This is like, and this is 2007 Christmas, I believe, or 8,
yeah,
somewhere in there. 7. I don't know. Well, and then 7.
Can you look up when
Christmas
we
2007. Shuby's dad picked us up at the airport. Shuby and his dad.
Really?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Because you were white as a ghost, like you thought we were dead. You thought we were gonna die on that plane.
Oh yeah. I mean, I thought we were safe, and then you said, "Not yet, we're not," and then we almost died. Like you willed it into existence.
I remember word for word what happened. We were
landing in Vegas. It was Christmas Eve, and we almost died. We almost crashed and died.
Half the flight from Memphis to Vegas was like extremely turbulent, and it was like just my stomach was a little bit knots. It was not fun, and like we're coming in for a landing, and it's just been rough for like at least an hour and a half. And we get over the stripey
one of those ones where your like stomach is in your throat.
You were just God.
It's not even that rough. It's just whatever the drops are those ones that make your whole like center not be okay.
And as soon as we got over the stripey part of the runway right at the end, where you look down and you see that you're over the runway.
The stripey part? Are you a pilot?
You look at me and you go, "Oh, thank God." And I'm a dickhead.
This asshole just goes, "We're not down yet."
I go, "We're not down yet."
right at that moment, the plane almost barrel rolls into the tarmac. I thought the wing was gonna scrape, like we were gonna be like Air Force One,
like 45-degree angle, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" And then he like overcorrected the other direction.
Maybe just like hosing down Jet A off of our bodies in front of the fucking Stardust.
Like he just zips right up and like jams the throttle and goes straight up in the air, and you're just like this, like
yeah. Well, it's one of those ones where he's gotta like go so fast that like your throat is in your.
Yeah.
My old joke was like I thought it was because I didn't put my iPad on or my iPod. I think there were pods back then.
So sad.
Remember when our music used to be in pods? Rip a CD. Chef, where can people see you this weekend? Oh wait, you're not a thing.
I'm not a thing.
Thanks for coming in and hanging though. I'm glad you made time out of your busy poker schedule.
Maybe I'll move to Vegas and we'll
Please
make
don't.
this a regular thing.
We're all full up. Hamas, we solved that.
Is there an agenda?
Yeah. Well, I have some thoughts.
Are we gonna go play poker now?
Yeah. Cool. Well, you're gonna eat again, I imagine.
Well,
like a savage. Don't leave Brussels sprouts in my refrigerator. I'm not allowing it. Do you know about these UFOs that the government won't tell us about?
No. Share.
Hold on. Wasn't your wife in the Navy?
I can't say or not say. Yes.
She had a sticker on the back of her car. I think the secret's out.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she did, I said.
She did?
Yeah.
Huh?
I drove it.
Oh, the Toyota?
I don't know, but she had a car with a Navy sticker on the back. It's not that far-fetched.
Maybe.
No, I got pulled over and let off.
Did you?
Yeah.
In her car?
Aye.
I don't remember this at all.
You weren't there. You loaned me her car.
Oh.
And I was driving around pretending to be in the Navy. I had to.
In the Navy.
The reason I got pulled over was pretty embarrassing. The periscope was up. Apparently, the Navy has been hiding UFOs from us for years, and now the government's going to put the secrets up. Did you see about this?
No.
It's about to get real.
Okay.
They're not even denying it.
On a pitch-black night off the coast of California, newly leaked video allegedly shows one of the U.S. Navy's stealth ships tracking an unknown object in the sky. And after a few minutes...
Splashed. Mark bearing range.
The 2019 footage obtained by filmmaker Jeremy Corbell, who last month released another video of an upside-down pyramid UFO hovering above a Navy destroyer.
This is part of a much larger series of events that we're going to be learning about.
The Pentagon confirming the video was taken by Navy personnel. The image is now being reviewed by a government task force set to brief Congress next month on what they call unidentified aerial phenomenon. This weekend, 60 Minutes speaking to fighter pilots who reported seeing unidentified flying objects.
Every day for at least a couple of years.
Former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Intelligence Chris Mellon says sensor technology has improved dramatically over the years, but pilots have reported seeing some of the same things for decades.
Are there any similarities between these recent incidents and incidents that go back as far as half a century?
There seems to be a lot of continuity there.
He says one of the biggest problems is the stigma that comes with talking about UFOs, something a Navy lieutenant commander also told CBS she struggled with after she and 3 others saw a 40-foot flying object disappear in 2004.
You know, I think that over beers we've sort of said, hey man, if I saw this solo, I don't know that I would have come back and said anything because it sounds so crazy when I say it.
How would you describe this?
Yeah, that's nuts to me. And they're saying they have said this is 100% real language they've used. Otherworldly vehicle.
Oh,
otherworldly vehicle. What does that mean?
UFO?
What do you know?
Aliens?
No, but they're saying it can go underwater. This thing out off the coast of California, they've been tracking for years.
Right.
And it just it can go faster, it can change directions, faster than anything we know can change directions. And the speed is incredible. And then it can go underwater and go that fast. It doesn't slow down in the water, which is a completely different fluid than air.
Oh. Air's not
Air is a fluid. You might want to do your research before you look so dumb again. Close your mouth. You look like a trout. Guys, thanks for being... Thank you for being here today. Otherworldly vehicle, like the Cybertruck, am I right? No. And don't ever talk about... We will ban you from the chat if you say anything about Elon again. Thanks for being here, everybody. I do want to remind everybody we have 20% off the overdose. Right now, all you have to do is use code Melinda at checkout. Melinda at checkout. Just remember, she's a Bill Gates' wife.
right.
Melinda at checkout. You'll save 20%. That brings the cost down to almost the old price. So you'll be great there, in good hands. I've got about 17 hours of overdose stuff going up this weekend. So look for that. And also be telling you every hand Chef loses tonight. If you're in the Vegas area and you want to come out and play poker with us, don't even bother. We're not going to tell you where we'll be. It's a top secret. We're selling stuff at our store, nobodylikesaliens.com/store. All new hats, all new shirts for the summer. White hot, red hot. You're going to look cool.
You're going to
look
closet.
Come on now.
Gonna shop
come on.
I gotta represent.
Nobodylikesaliens.com/store. If you're an overdose member, you save 15% off everything in the store automatically if you're logged in. You'll love the way you look. Isn't that what the guy says down at the...
If you don't look good, we don't look
If
good.
you don't look good, we don't look good. I've noticed that only less than a quarter of you have hit the like button on our video. Why don't you hit like, hit subscribe on YouTube, be a friend of the show, huh? Will you just get out of here with that? See you next time. Thanks, Chef.
Thanks.
Your manner is most unbecoming of a gentleman. Would you be high on cigarettes?
I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes.
A question posed to stupid hoes who don't get it yet. Excuse me, miss. Are you high on cigarettes? I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes. All the laughter that you deploy if you listen to the show, boy. Patrick melting faces have you stacking NLO point. It's the low point, not the reason. The reason is fucking gold. Gonna make the taco pony party be a party of soul. To make you vandalize a van with a pedo sticker so bold. The family probably get arrested before they get down the road. Or stupid motherfuckers just got NLO'd. Other radio shows are straight bitch mail prone. Talk shit on the onions that nobody likes.